As both a mental health professional and a pastor, I've learned this truth. The enemy studies what we ignore. And one of the greatest vulnerabilities amongst ministry leaders today is unattended mental health and emotional wellness. When you carry spiritual authority, but you neglect mental stability, you become a moving target. The enemy doesn't just attack where you're weak, he attacks where you're unaware. Spiritually gifted but emotionally drained, many leaders are. They're pouring out until they're empty. They prophesy with power, they preach with passion, but they go home to silence, anxiety, depression, exhaustion. When the mind becomes fatigued, discernment becomes distorted. Unchecked depression can sound like God's silence. Unresolved trauma can look like spiritual warfare. And burnout can disguise itself as the devil's attack when it's really the body begging for rest. The truth is, your anointing can't carry what your mental health can't handle. Why? Why does the enemy target the minds of the leaders? Why? And he does because he knows that he can corrupt the message. If he can isolate the intercessor, he can weaken the wall of prayer. If he can distort the prophet's perception, he can silence heaven's instructions. That's why mental instability in ministry is not just a clinical matter, it's a spiritual warfare matter. The battlefield is the mind, and every unhealed wound is a doorway the enemy studies. Healing is holy work. Prophets, pastors, teachers, leaders must learn therapy is not a lack of faith, it's a form of stewardship. Pray, fast, be accountable, break these strongholds, talk to someone.